one of our Florida SocialCon speakers, Christoph Trappe, and we're just going to chat a little bit with him about what he does in his daily life and his favorite hashtags and maybe some of his social media pet peeves. So here we go. Hey Christoph, how you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm here, melting in the Florida sun. How's the weather over by you?
It, it's not too bad. It's definitely not the Florida sun, but definitely warm here in Iowa.
Like how many degrees would you say is in Iowa right now?
I know you'd ask me. It is, let's see. So instead of looking out the window, I'm looking on the computer. So it is 67.
Oh, so that's
So
good.
not
I have no idea what you said. Like, you know how,
67 degrees. So not too bad.
and is it always like that kind of weather? Or,
Well, this time of the year, but it's going to get a little warmer this summer, and it gets really cold in the winter. So I think we went down to maybe minus 30 or so this winter. So that's just a little on the cold side.
okay. I used to live in New York, so I know about the cold.
Yep.
So, can you tell us more about what you do and who you are? And I have horrible lighting again.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the lighting looks great. But I actually, I'm a content marketer. For the most part, I work with hospitals around the U.S. on sharing their authentic stories, acquiring patients through storytelling. As you probably know, we see like 3 to 5,000 marketing messages a day, and who can actually pay attention to them, and then who actually remembers any of them. But what we do pay attention to are meaningful and relevant stories. So my background is in journalism originally, and so now I help organizations basically do content marketing, brand journalism, that kind of thing.
So, tell us what makes an awesome story. Like, what would you tell people makes an awesome story?
Well, the easy answer is a story that's relevant to your audience, right? So if they react really favorably to it, that's a good sign. That's probably not as easy to implement as something when you dig a little deeper. But if you answer somebody's question, if you teach something, entertaining stories can always be good, and those kind of things. There are actually like three things, I don't have them right in front of me here, that make really good stories. And a lot of times they are conflict and resolution and, of course, good characters, right? So if you want them to succeed, somebody overcomes like a terrible disease or something like that. Those a lot of times make good stories because there's some conflict and then somebody that's very relatable overcomes it. So those stories are always good. But honestly, anything can be a good story. There was I just blogged about this the other day here. There was a local police department. They posted the thank you note from a guy whose daughter was stranded in during a winter storm, and an officer changed her tire and helped her get on her way. And that was a really good story, and it would never ever make the newspaper, right? But it's still kind of a feel-good kind of story, I suppose.
And what would you tell people who are in marketing or are in maybe the marketing department of a hospital or whatever, or how can they put their story up online so people can see it even though it does not make the newspaper?
Even though it doesn't make what?
The newspaper, say it doesn't reach the media, but how can they put it on their websites or their blogs, etc., so that people still can see it?
Yeah. Yep, of course. So I always say that the blog should be kind of your centerpiece for your content marketing strategy. So really share your content on your blog and blog about it. And but of course social media too. People participate, on Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus may or may not be dead, changes like every day, but it's changing, of course. Even Pinterest, LinkedIn, people read things on LinkedIn. So of course, you want to share those things there. And of course, what I'm talking, my topic at your conference will be social media is not just a link dump. So one of the, you asked me about pet peeves, and one of my pet peeves really is when everybody just links and links and links and links, and everything is a teaser. It's like moving the TV teaser thing on Twitter because everybody always has to click to see more. Doesn't mean you can't link to your blog. I think you should from time to time, but you really want to share more information everywhere where people are. So that's kind of a mind shift too, because people think, oh, okay, if your blog is your centerpiece, you should get people back to your blog, and you should, but you also should get people's attention and share your stories on those different networks.
No, I agree. I agree. Because it gets people to kind of get to know you more. If they don't have enough time to go back to your blog, they can still see you in the social media channels.
Yep,
Yep. And I
exactly.
follow you on Twitter. I mean, on Instagram and on Twitter as well. But like on Instagram, what are some of your favorite hashtags, and how do those hashtags connect to storytelling?
Yeah, that's great. That's a great question. So Instagram, of course, I didn't expect you to pick on that. The way I use all of my personal social media, Instagram, I go to the gym all the time, and I really post a lot of like gym selfies on there and like family pictures. Nothing inappropriate or anything like that. I don't take my shirt off, or what some other people do. But that's kind of what I do on there. I look at what are people doing at the gym. It's really very hobby focused, and I learn a lot. You see people doing some crazy exercise during their workout, and I actually try that myself after I see it. So that's great. The ones I like on there are probably like the gym life and Flex Friday. On Friday, people flex, and people say, why would anybody care? They don't want to see your picture at the gym. But but people do like each other's photos, and you kind of see your progress over the weeks and months, right? If you take photos. Facebook, I know Facebook allegedly allows hashtags, and they do, but I don't think they work as well as any other network. So I try not to use hashtags on there, but that's really more personal, I guess, other personal things. And then Twitter, I probably like Twitter the best, quite honestly. It's kind of a fire hose of content coming through, but it's really nice to connect with people all over the place. And I actually, I do follow quite a few hashtags on there. CM World is the content marketing hashtag. HCSM, it's a healthcare social media hashtag. They got a weekly chat. That's great. And then there's other ones like Dare to Be. It talks about personal development and people skills. And let's see, I think those are the main ones. And then every once in a while you run across different ones that you kind of follow along just because people are talking about them.
Are there any local hashtags from your area that we should maybe follow and check out your city, etc.?
No, I don't. There really aren't. We have a local WordPress meetup here, and we try to do a hashtag every once in a while, and it actually has a good turnout. There's like 100 people, I think, in the meetup group, and then there's like maybe 20 or so that show up, which is pretty good for this is an area of about 500,000 people, so that's pretty good. But yeah, so there's no local hashtags really.
But what is the hashtag for your WordPress group over there? Because sometimes like what is it?
That's a good question. I tweet about it, and I always forget what it is. I think it's like WP Corridor, but I don't think people use it. So yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, but we don't use it. April 16th was oh, that's last year though. Yeah. So that's what it is, but people don't use it. So I wouldn't recommend promoting that necessarily.
Okay, well you can connect with the WordPress Miami group, which I'm kind of part of. I'm part of like a lot of groups, but if you want to connect with the people there too, and they encourage and help grow your cities as well, that one is WCMIA, WordCamp MIA.
All right. Yep. Cool.
Yeah, they're supporting our conference as well, so they're always cool with us.
Fantastic.
And have you always been in the medical field, or is this
No, so my background actually is as I mentioned, storytelling. So I've done it in the financial area, financial industries area. I've done it in healthcare. I've done it in the nonprofit world. So I actually used to help United Ways do the same kind of thing. So it's my expertise really is in the storytelling, not necessarily the industry. Yeah.
So, and you have a storytelling page. Can you tell everyone who's watching what the page is so people can come and learn more about storytelling?
Yeah, of course. You mean my blog?
Your blog,
Um,
Facebook page, etc.
Yeah, so I got the Authentic Storytelling Project, authenticstorytelling.net, and of course people can connect on there. And basically what I blog about there are tips and tricks on how to share stories, things you can learn. I do blog about WordPress from time to time. The other day I exported one blog into another blog, and I forgot to turn off like the email notifications. So all the people subscribe to the e-newsletter. They get like 94 emails of all the posts being imported. So I blogged about it so other people could learn. And basically, I say it's a project that really encourages truth and realism in content marketing. So we're not just all selling to each other, but we're actually being real with each other.
That's awesome. And do you have a hashtag for that, or just your
Yeah,
hands?
yeah. So I do actually use hashtag authentic stories from time to time, so people can use that if they like to.
Just authentic stories
Yeah.
on all networks.
Right.
Sorry, I have airplanes that pass by here.
Can't hear it
Sorry,
anymore.
some airplanes were passing.
That's okay.
Thank you. So, what are you? Do you have any other projects that are outside of your work that you have going on right now? What's going on with you outside of work?
Outside of work, well, no, not really. That kind of keeps me busy, the work and the blog, and then I got a couple kids at home, so um, that's pretty much it.
How many kids do you have? Because I see some really cute pictures on Instagram of your children.
Yep, thanks. I got a 7-year-old and a 9 months old. 7-year old and a 9 months old. Yep.
Oh, nice, nice. So you're very busy, and I mean, thank you for stopping by and chatting with us. Is there anything that you want to tell the people watching before we go?
No, I hope that people stop by the blog, check it out, and I hope to see everybody in Miami in July.
July. Well, thank you for chatting with us today, and I'll talk to you soon. I'll harass you on Facebook, Instagram, like always, about social media stuff.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
All right,
Bye.
thank you. Bye.